Hi everyone, it's Karen, and I'm here for, what day are we on? Day 12, I think. I missed yesterday, so I'm going to do an extra day today. I'll do that. I'll do yesterday's now, and then I'll do another one. So I wanted to share a cute story with you. Remember when I did my post, it was a few days ago, where I was telling you about these guys, the two cats down the way? Well, I'm going to follow up on here, and I think we're on day 12 now, I believe. Yeah. Hang on, what day did I have here? Yeah, we're on day 12, and then we'll do day 13 later on today. Today is actually day 13, and yesterday was day 12, but I didn't get to doing the video yesterday. Anyway, so I'm just going to do a bit of documenting on here, but I have a story to tell you. We got a black cat again. So I went outside. In our apartment, there's 2 floors. Well, it's a 3-story building. There's other things on the main floor. We're on the 2nd floor, and we have 1 neighbor. And then on the 3rd floor, there's also 2 apartments. And if you go, our apartment covers the whole length from front to back of the building. We have a huge apartment. It covers the whole length of the apartment from front to back. And so it goes from the front to the back. And we have, at the very back of the building, there's a small area for the roof of the main floor. And so we have a small area, so both our apartment and the next door neighbor's apartment, you can go out the back door, out the kitchen, and then there's like a fire escape kind of thing going down, like an emergency exit type of thing. So anyway, we each have a door out to the back little yard area or roof area. And it's not a very big area, but we spend a little bit of time out there. So anyway, I had gone outside this morning, and I wanted to take a picture of excuse me, I wanted to take a picture of, and I'll talk about this part a little bit more in another video, where I'll show you the picture. But on the apartment block next door to us, on one of the windowsills, on the outside windowsill, there's a mourning dove that started nesting there. So anyway, long story short, too late probably, I went out there this morning, and I wanted to take a picture of the mourning dove because I wanted to write a little bit about her, and I wanted to include her. Oh wow, that made a mess. I wanted to include her in a picture of her nesting on my page. I was going to do a little video, or not a video, I was going to show a picture of the mourning dove and our bird feeder that we have out in the other end of the apartment. So anyways, I'll talk more about those in another video, another day. But so I went outside this morning. I just opened up the back door, went to the edge of the deck, took a picture of the mourning dove, came back into the apartment, closed the door, went, and I was puttering around the kitchen for a few minutes. I finished making my cup of tea, and then I wandered down to the opposite end of the apartment, so the entire length of the apartment, went back, had my cup of tea sitting in front of my computer. I was watching some podcasts, sipping my tea, doing some knitting, just enjoying a relaxing morning. And it was probably about 10 minutes, and I thought I saw something moving out of the corner of my eye. And there shouldn't be anything moving out of the corner of my eye. So I turned and looked, and from underneath the table where I'm sitting right now, I could see a black cat. So I was like, oh my goodness. So I got up, and sure enough, it was one of my next door neighbor's cats in my house, in my home. So I went to go and see her, and it was the bigger one, it was the girl. And she went walking all the way down the hallway, so I was slowly walking along behind her and followed her all the way to the kitchen, and she went over beside the back door, and she meowed a little meow. She wasn't running, she wasn't in a hurry, she was just walking back to the other end of the house, or other end of the apartment. And so I followed her. So I bent down and I was petting her for a while, and then I picked her up and I was snuggling her. And I went outside, and knocked on the next door neighbors, knocked on their back door, the window in the back door, just to give them the cat back. He was so apologetic, and he's like, I'm so sorry about that. And I said, no, that's hilarious. I said, I'm fine with it, 'cause I like cats. I'm okay with that. So I'm just glad I noticed her. But she was wandering around our apartment for probably a good 10 minutes before I even noticed that. I didn't see her. I didn't notice her come in. I've never seen either of the cats out on the back deck ever. So I thought it was just the funniest thing. So we had a furry little black cat came to visit us this morning. So I wanted to document that. So I'm just glad that I had seen them once before, and that I knew where this cat came from. I knew who the cat belonged to, so that I wasn't just wondering where on earth this cat appeared in my home from. So it just cracked me up. I was telling my husband about it later. He was still asleep when this all happened, and he said he heard me walk past the bedroom. 'Cause to go from my craft room to the kitchen, you go past the bedroom. It's along the hallway. So he said he heard me talking in the hallway, and he was wondering who on earth I was talking to. There's no one else in the place but he and myself, and a black cat that didn't belong here. So I was telling him the story, and I was laughing so much, because it was just so comical that the neighbor's cat just was just like a little Houdini and snuck into my home. And so I didn't even see him, or her I should say. It's definitely a her. She's a very pregnant girl. So I didn't even see her come in. Didn't even notice her in the apartment for a solid at least 10, maybe 15 minutes before I even realized she was in here. So I don't know if she was just walking around and looking around the apartment, sniffing things, or if she just followed me all the way down to the craft room and I never even noticed her. I just came in here, I sat down, started staring at the computer screen, and didn't even notice that the poor girl was in here with me. So I'm just glad I did see her and I did notice her before too much time had passed. So now I'm kind of paranoid that I don't think the other cat's in here also. I think the neighbors would have noticed if the second cat was missing. They might have gone to see if the other cat was actually still in their home. So we're definitely going to have to be careful when we open up our back door, because typically I've never worried about that or thought about that before. We just open the door and go and water some of the plants out there, or whatever. We just go out there and we don't bother closing the door, because no one or anything else has ever got into the house except maybe the odd housefly has come in through there. So we're going to have to be careful that we don't have this cat coming into our house too often. I'm perfectly fine with it. I love cats. I would absolutely love to have a cat. but my husband is allergic to them, so we really don't need to have cats in our house any more than necessary. So, oh my goodness, what a way to start the weekend. It's not Saturday the 19th, it's Sunday the 19th, isn't it? It should have been on Saturday the 18th. And today's Sunday the 19th. But this happened this morning. Alrighty. So there we go. I just wanted to do a quick document of a little furry visitor that we had this morning. I'll have to ask the neighbors what the cats' names are, so at least I know what to call them if I do see them. So I will certainly be spending more time out on the back deck now to see if I get a chance to say hi to the cats. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye now.